In this video, we will cover how to rate veracity. Once you have rated an article for expression, then you can rate an article for veracity, which is otherwise known as truth. But we need to start by admitting that rating veracity is hard, and that even with our best efforts, we still might not know, and we might get it wrong. Why is that? Well, a couple of reasons. Let's step back a bit. A lot of people use the terms facts and truth interchangeably, but they are not quite the same thing. The term fact is more appropriate to refer to things that can be objectively proven independently of any person's belief in them. These are things like the who, what, when, where of a story, like the Rockies won 7-2 yesterday, or it rained here today. The term truth is more appropriate for what people believe about facts. Truth is a squishier concept because different people can take the same facts and believe different truths about them, which are informed by a lot of things, their own experiences, morality, religious beliefs, and so forth. But people use these terms interchangeably because facts and truth are related and close concepts. Don't get too hung up on that part. What we are rating in the veracity metric is how factual an article is and how true we think those facts are. So let's rate how factual articles are. This itself is hard for another reason, which is that you personally can almost never verify yourself whether a fact you read is actually true. That's because none of us individually can go and verify absolutely everything that happened in every article we read. We are not ourselves in a position to fact check everything. It is precisely because it is hard that people rely on the media bias chart as a shortcut. And we certainly do our best to help people sort out what is more factual and true and what is less factual and true. But it's important for you to be able to distinguish for yourself what is most likely factual and true, what's most likely not. So we rate veracity on the following 5-point scale. On your screen, the veracity slider is divided into 5 sections, which will help you correlate the veracity 1 to 5 scale to a corresponding ranking on the chart. So here's the veracity scale with 1 at the top of the slider and 5 at the bottom. Number 1 is true, meaning that it's easily provable and it's widely accepted. Number 2 is mostly true, meaning it's mostly provable and mostly accepted. 3 means something is neither true nor false, meaning it's neither provable nor disprovable, and it's subject to debate. Something that's rated as a 4 is mostly false. So it's mostly disprovable, and the facts disproving it are mostly accepted. 5 would be for something that's false. Something that's easily disprovable, and the facts disproving that statement are widely accepted. So how do we generally determine veracity? Well, we rely on the entire media ecosystem. One benefit of having many journalism outlets in this country is that you can rely on them to provide a check on each other. Usually if one outlet gets something wrong, other sources will tell you about it. Therefore, you can usually determine the veracity of something you read to a reasonable degree of certainty after reading other articles on the same topic. Now, there are some things that you probably don't have to question or try to verify through other sources. For example, reports of things that sound uncontroversial, like the weather or an expected event. However, in other cases, you will have reason to suspect that something you read might not be true. For example, if you read something that sounds so controversial or so damaging to one political party or another that if it were true, many sources, if not all sources, would likely be reporting on it. Fact-checking itself can be a big undertaking, and there are thorough methodologies outside of this program that you can apply to do robust fact-checking. But here, you need to determine veracity relatively quickly to rate articles not only in this program, but in real life. To quickly and reasonably determine veracity for the purposes of rating it according to our methodology, the 2 best things you can do to check something are the following. If you're wondering if something's true, then just one, Google search the exact fact you were questioning. Or if you're questioning the veracity of an image, do a Google reverse image search. The second thing you can do is to read the other articles in the assignment about the same topic. After doing that, if you feel like you can rate the veracity of an article with a reasonable degree of certainty, then go ahead and do so. Reasonable doesn't mean 100% certain, just mostly certain given your resources. If you have absolutely no idea if something is true or not, you don't have to rate veracity, and you can leave the slider in its original place. In such cases, you can rate reliability solely on expression and the headline and graphic and other possible indicators. That's it for veracity.